Thank you for joining me on another episode of Cooking with the Blind Guide. My name is David. I'm 100% blind 100% of the time. Now today we're going to be doing mozzarella stuffed bacon wrapped chicken breasts. Now let me just get my gloves on because I prefer using gloves versus washing my hands every step of the process. It just makes it easier. Now, since it's just me here, I'm only going to do 2 chicken breasts. So that's what you're going to need. 2 chicken breasts. You're going to need 2 slices of bacon per chicken breast. You're going to need your choice of seasoning, which again, my favorite, Fin and Feather. And then I like mine a little bit spicy, so I've got some sliced jalapenos. And then you're going to need some mozzarella cheese. And then you're gonna need a glaze, which I like to use a 2 parts barbecue sauce to 1 part A1 steak sauce for the glaze. You're also gonna need a cooking pan with a lifting rack in it, so all those fats and stuff don't mess up your chicken. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna start with your chicken breasts. All right, you're gonna take a knife and you're gonna butterfly them. All right, which is pretty much cutting them in half long ways. Kind of like that. All right, let me do my other one. All right, you don't want to cut them all the way through. You still want them connected because we're kind of making like a pocket for what you want to put inside it. Now you're going to take a mallet and you're going to beat it down. And get it nice and flat. All right. All right. Then you're going to take your seasoning, which again, I use Fin and Feather, which you can get from any Walmart. All right, and let's go ahead and get that nice and seasoned. All right. Now, after you put your seasoning on, I like to use the flat part of the mallet to really get those seasonings into the chicken. All right. Then you're going to take your shredded mozzarella. And you're going to put that on one side of each of the chicken breasts, okay? All right. Then you're gonna take, and like I said, jalapenos are optional. I like my food a little spicy. So you're gonna put about maybe 3 jalapenos in each chicken breast. All right, 1, 2, and 3. All right, then you're gonna fold up your chicken breast. Really nice there. So that way the jalapenos, all that seasoning and everything is inside your pieces of chicken. Okay, now comes the hard part. You're gonna take 2 strips of bacon per chicken breast, and you're gonna wrap it around it. One piece will usually wrap about half of a good sized chicken breast. So, get that second one on there. Once you've got it wrapped, go ahead and put it on your cooking tray. All right, let's do one more. All right. Here we go. There's one. And there's two. All right, we're gonna pick that up, put it on our cooking rack. All right. Now, for the glaze, like I said, I like to do 2 parts barbecue sauce to 1 part A1 steak sauce, just to give it a good little tang and a bite to it. So, give me 1 second to rearrange myself. And again, whenever you're setting knives down when you're blind, make sure that blade is facing away from you. All right, let's slide this on down. I've already got my barbecue sauce and my A1 steak sauce. So we're gonna mix that up real good. And you're gonna put a nice heavy coat of glaze on each of your chicken breasts. Now you're gonna wanna preheat your oven to 350 degrees. And we're gonna cook these for 45 minutes. Now, you can serve this with whatever sides you want. I like doing garlic rice, which is when you're doing a cup of rice, you put a tablespoon of minced garlic in the water while you're boiling it. So that way you get a nice garlic rice. And this goes really good with some garlic rice, and then you can have whatever veggies you want with it. All right, now that we've got that done, we'll bake it, like I said, at 350 degrees for 45 minutes, and you're done. Quick, easy. This can also be done on a grill if you feel like grilling out. Thanks again for joining me, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.